One of the top 5 sickest feelings I ever had was when I was in New York City in 2006. I've only been to New York City about 3 times, but this time my buddy, I was living out in LA, but my buddy was running a gambling business in Costa Rica, and they had some odds up for hurricane wagering, and so the national media caught on, and I did like it. They used me. I did an interview with Neil Cavuto of Fox News, and then they had another one where the Jon Stewart show wanted to interview someone from their company to talk about, why would you take bets on hurricanes, blah, blah, blah. So they fly me there. I get a rental car, and I'm about a half hour outside of the city, and the next day I need to go down to the Jon Stewart show. Well, I went down to just drive around the city. I think I might have been looking for a massage or something like that in the little, newspapers they have down there. So I go into this grocery store bodega type place down there, and I asked for directions to a certain street. Back then they didn't, you didn't have the mobile phones like you have now, iPhones and stuff. So I get directions. I go back to my car, and I'm walking back to my car, and I can't find my wallet. And now this grocery store is like 2 miles, 2 blocks away, and I got a feeling that someone in there got me, and I'm going to be stranded. No keys to the car, no wallet, no anything. It's going to be a huge disaster. So I'm going back to the car. Well, you know what? I had the keys in my pocket. I did have the keys. So I'm going back to my car, and I know I have one chance. That wallet is either going to be on the ground or I'm dead. So I walk, trace my steps back to the car, and I don't see it. And then I said, well, you know what? I'm just going back to the grocery store, and I'm going to ask them, and I'm just going to hope that someone saw something and they give it back to me, because I just know they picked me off when I was in there like a fish out of water looking for directions down there at 11 o'clock at night or whatever it is. So I go back, and nobody knew anything. No one saw anything. And so I retrace my steps again, and I don't see the wallet. So I'm in big trouble. So as I get to the car, I'm thinking like, well, there is one chance. When I get to the car, maybe somehow it's laying there on the seat, or it slipped or something like that. My mind was going, a million miles a minute. Open the car door, and I look down into the left side, like right when you open the door, just to the left of the seat. You can imagine like change and stuff falling down in there. They got like a left side of the seat and a right side of the seat where you could drop something. And there it was, the magical wallet. And that was probably the most relief I'd ever felt in my life at that point in time, because I'm basically doomed at that point, So I guess what happened was I probably pulled over to the side of a street and then took out my wallet. And like I said, back then you didn't have these, you had just a basic mobile phone back then. You didn't have any type of navigation or anything on the cars. Well, some of the cars did, but not a lot of them did in 2006. But like the phones sure didn't. At least the phone I had, like basically a flip phone. So apparently I must have had some type of directions written down on a sheet of paper in my wallet, like people had been doing for 40 or 50 years at least. And I probably just took my wallet out and just put it on my lap, and was in a hurry, and then I still couldn't figure out where I was trying to get to, or what street was which. And so that's when I just kind of like got out of the car and walked to the grocery store about 2 blocks away. But as I was doing that, the wallet just slid, off my lap and right down in there to the left, right by where you open the car door. So that was one of the all-time reliefs. What a relief that was. Talk about begging the universe, please have this wallet be in there. And it was.